All right, what are we talking about now?
Welcome back to part two of October. Is this today the 23rd?
23rd, the day
23rd of
before my
October
daughter's birthday.
2019. I missed the day of my daughter's. Oh, that was wedding.
By the way, one of the Funnel Flow founders has a birthday in a few days. Wow.
Oh, I put it on the calendar. Thank you for reminding me. He always forgets my birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to remember his. Just saying. I'm not that petty.
You have a little wound there. You want to talk about it?
No, I'll let it go. Okay, so let's talk about you, where you're at, where we awakened man, your relationship coaching. Have you had any opt-ins on that funnel I built for you this week?
I don't think so. I
You would
saw
have got a notification email.
Yeah, I saw you a couple times. I saw me a couple times. We're really excited about it. But there's one thing that's weird, and there's a appointment on my calendar for Friday, and I have no idea where it came from or why. I will have an update for you by next call because I'll have had that meeting. But I'm kind of going to this meeting blind. Somebody got a hold on my calendar link and scheduled for Friday, and not sure who they are. And it's not my personal one; it's the Marriage Architects one. So they use the the 50-minute couples session link for Calendly. So got that on Friday. We'll see where I'll find out where they came from.
That's
It is
good.
possible it's somebody I've talked to in the past. I mean, I do recognize the name, but they only gave a first name. So it's like I'm thinking of a person, but I don't know for sure it's that person.
Who does that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's such a solid offer. I mean,
Tell me what you mean by that.
there's a lot of value in what you are offering, right?
The monthly coaching thing, or just
No,
the
I'm talking
meeting?
about the free offer.
Yeah, and I'm struggling with that. So help me believe in that, because all that it's offering is a free, basically a free call,
Mm-hmm.
right? What do you see?
All right. I guess so your dream clientele, if they hear that, um, probably someone who's not going to actually be a paying client, I just have a hard time seeing them taking you up on that offer, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The way I look at it,
Another way of saying that, the people that pay us thousands, they're not going to care about that. Get a free call.
no, right. The free, to me, it's like a risk. It's just a risk-free trial. The person who takes that is having relationship issues. They've been wanting to talk to somebody already. They
Mm-hmm.
hear about it and they're like, well, here's an opportunity just to talk, and just, there's no hassle, there's no BS, there's no cost. I need that. I need this in my life. I'm going to pay somebody to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I take this guy up on his offer and, see if we click, see if he can help me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, I'm a Kaiser patient, and for any mental health or counseling issues, they refer you to this third part. All right. To get your first mental health or counseling appointment, right? About a year ago, when I was kind of in a dark place, not thinking about hurting myself, but just, a lot of marital strife going on, a lot of changes in my personal, professional life. There's just a lot of stuff, and I needed to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to Kaiser. I'm like, I need a counseling appointment. They're like, okay, well, I need you to, it was like a 3-step process to get an actual appointment.
Mm.
I had to do a phone like pre-screening where I convinced them I wasn't going to kill myself. And then I had to go to a face-to-face interview, which was like 45 minutes. I had to like physically go there. I had to drive in. It was, it was a couple hour process, like a 45-minute interview. Then based on that interview, they would triage me in their system. And I was like low acuity, meaning I wasn't going to hurt myself. So they then pitched me to their like third-party provider that handles overflow counseling for their members.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to go to their office. Well, I had to schedule a time, fill out all their paperwork, go to their office, and which, was another whole in-depth process. And this is all physically me driving places to get a 45-minute appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pay $30.
If you weren't suicidal before, you were by then.
Right. It was like, and this process is not overwhelming, but there's barriers there.
Sure.
And, if I heard that, hey, free phone call, free Zoom call, that's a lot less resistance for me to talk to somebody about my issues, my stuff, right? So, and then.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's my point. So, the people who want that are already looking for it. You're just saying, hey, you're just waving at them, from the crowd. Hey, I'm Scott, Tanya, we can help you.
Right.
Anyway.
The only thing that is, the thing that's really in the back of my mind is on our homepage for our website, which doesn't work right now, but for 3 years, when you went to marriagearchitects.com, right in the first view was a button that says schedule a free coaching session, and it never got clicked one time. I did get 2 calls during that time where they said, hey, I want to get my free coaching session, but it was like somebody that wasn't willing to pay. Both occasions, it was somebody not willing to pay for anything. It just wasn't a good fit. And so that's my backstory, that when I look at this, I'm thinking nobody's going to do this.
Well,
so I'm struggling with it. What's the irresistible about this?
Well, that page is not irresistible. I guess that offer is not irresistible in isolation. My thought is, if you have built yourself up to be an attractive character, then it's irresistible. If Russell Brunson had an opt-in page, like book a free 30-minute call with me, I don't care what he was selling or what he would be doing. I'd be signing up for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess that's a good point. So what I need to do is I begin daily publishing or whatever. I'm actually not published so far. I've produced a couple of things that need to be published. In those videos, my goal is to tell a story about a person I'm working with and sprinkle in a couple of teaching points in there, and then give the call to action. So that's my formula I'm going to be doing daily. And my goal is 3 times a week, actually. But what I need to do in my call to action is really.
I'm gonna pause video. Keep talking.
Okay. I've been saying we've got a group coming up. If you want to, we've only got 5 slots available. So if you want to be a part of that, go there. But what I really need to say is, you know, the reason I'm telling you this story is I don't want you to make the same mistakes that this guy made. I want you to take the tools that we teach and apply them so you can get where you want to go in your relationship faster, with more joy and more love and connection. So go here to get a free session with me, and I'll talk to you on the other side. That's the way I need to be doing the call to action, right?
Yeah, it's essentially you're helping people implement the teaching points, right? So I think any way you slice it, as long as you're the attractive character, you're building that persona, you're publishing daily, you're seeing what hooks work, what don't work, and you are endearing people to you, any opportunity they have to talk to you or to connect with you or whatever, is going to be attractive to them.
Mm-hmm.
So bottom line, if this like plane doesn't work, I mean, it doesn't hurt me. I mean, it's not hurting you sitting there. But another thing that we could do is we could, you could create more urgency to it. Is you could hold like workshops, like a free workshop for with the headline formula, how to achieve, insert your ideal client's greatest dream, biggest desire, without insert their biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
That's the formula from Expert Secrets, a la Lord Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's no urgency to it, you know, the free thing, whatever. But if we can't make that work, we can try this workshop format where you can get people on these limited group calls where you're giving, you know, a 60-minute talk on how to achieve their greatest desires without you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Without their greatest fears. So.
Yeah. Well, to me, okay, I don't mind that idea, but the idea that seems more compelling to me is, you know, I'm thinking again about the video I watched of Brunson trying to sell, you know, talking about how to sell the Yeti cup, right? So if I look at this landing page and all it said was claim my free session plus bonuses, and then it said what the bonuses were, like a few downloadables that we could throw in, that would you know,
just sweeten the pot.
Yeah, turn it into a irresistible offer. Like, okay, I'm going to get a free coaching session, plus I'm going to get an ebook I can start working on right away, plus a workbook, plus you know, might as well give them the 5-day communication series, right? But the difference between this landing page and the other Your Peaceful Marriage one is it's really focused on the session, where somehow those bonuses are just kind of like, you know, oh yeah, plus you're going to get all this.
Right.
I don't know. Thoughts?
I agree. What's your time window this morning? Can I call you back in a few? Or you got to run?
Yeah, I should. I got to help with getting the kids ready.
That whole thing.
My yeah, okay. I got some time before 10, but more like after 8:30.
What's up, brother?
What'd you do?
Good to see you.
Transform your own life or something?
I did. You know, I got a haircut, started working out. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Steve. All right, well, let's noodle on this idea, Scott, okay. And shoot me a text when you're available.
Okay, sounds good.
I think we could make this irresistible.
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye.
Yeah.